Class, we are going to do Wednesdays, social studies of our week 19. What does it cost? Studies weekly. Okay. For this one, we're going to go ahead and open up our studies weekly. And it's going to be this whole big article called Buy, Buy, Buy. Sorry, Buy, Buy. Okay. So it's going to be a long article. And this article refers to the article on the front, which we did not read. How much does it cost? If you want, you're more than welcome to read that article on your own. But the one we're going to read does refer to that one, but it's okay. You will still understand what we're talking about, even though we have not read that one. Okay. All right. So our article, buy. Let's pretend that you are on your way to the mall and you have $100 in your pocket to spend. Wow, that's a lot of money. Now, let's say that two things you want are a video game and a pair of Heelys, those cool shoes with a wheel in the heel. Okay, you're off to the mall. If you spend your money wisely, you might have enough money left to stop at the food court for a snack, too. The supply and demand. The first thing you do when you get to the mall is head to the electronics store to take a look at the newest video games. You find one you really like, but it costs $39.99. That's almost half your money. Then you notice that a game you got last Christmas is in the sale bin for $15. Why isn't the one you really want on sale? Well, that has to do with supply and demand. Supply is the amount of something that is available. Demand is the amount of something people actually want or need. When a company makes a product, they put a high price on it as they think people will pay. It wouldn't make sense for a company to price a new video game at $500. No one would buy it. So they look for a price that is low enough that people will pay, but high enough that they can make a nice profit. You can think of profit as the extra money that is left over after the company pays the costs of getting the product to the consumer. That includes all the money it costs to make the product, advertise it, and ship it to the stores. So why is the game you got last Christmas on sale for $15? That comes down to supply and demand. 2. Sometimes companies think more people will buy their product than actually do buy it. They may produce 100 games, but only 30 sell. That means they have 70 extras that no one will pay $39.99 for. What can they do? Usually they lower the price. They hope the price will get the interest of people who won't pay full price, but might be interested in the product if it were less expensive. So, why doesn't the MP3 player we talked about in the cover story cost 99 cents? One reason is that it costs the company much more than that to get it to the consumer. Plus, lots of people want it. So, they can keep the price higher at least until a new model comes out. Services are also priced by supply and demand. If there are 10 neighbor kids who want to mow your lawn, your parents will most likely choose the one who offers to do it for the least money. When the other kids hear that, they may have to lower their price to get more jobs. On the other hand, if there is only one kid in the neighborhood who will mow lawns, then she can probably charge more. That's a lot of information, isn't it? You decide to think about the video game for a while before you buy it. Scarcity. Next, you head to the shoe store where you see a sign advertising Heelys you want for $49.99. There's nothing like shoes with wheels in them for a good time, so maybe they'd be worth that much money. Unfortunately, the store is out of Heelys. You try another store and another. Bad news, every shoe store in the mall is out of them. One of the clerks tells you that all the shoe stores in the whole city are sold out. But if you go online, you might be able to get them. The problem is they will cost more than what most stores charge. Maybe a lot more. What? Why would they cost more online? Now you're dealing with something called scarcity. Scarcity means there is not enough of the product to meet the demand. When that happens, the price of the product could go up in the stores. It will almost surely go up when someone who does have it decides to sell it to someone who can't wait to get it. The seller is hoping the buyer will pay a higher price to get what they want. Scarcity shows up in many places: at the grocery store, toy store, and gas pumps. Prices go up on anything that is in low supply and high demand. Remember that champion poodle in the want ad for $1,000? That was in the cover article. The price is high because there are so few dogs of that quality available. People who want the most beautiful, healthy poodle will pay a higher price because dogs like that are scarce. So, a time that we deal with supply and demand and scarcity a lot of times is around Christmas. If there's a toy that all the kids want, there's a very high demand for it. So sometimes a producer will charge more for that toy because they know a lot of people want it, and so they can charge more for it. Also, during the summertime, um, when people travel a lot, gas prices usually go up because gas companies know people need gas to travel, right? If you're going to drive across the state or across the country, you need the gas, so you're going to pay a higher price for gas typically during the summertime when people are traveling a lot. Okay, so that is our Wednesday social studies. Go ahead and take a look at your continuous learning plan for the 2 questions. Go ahead and answer them. Either send me the answer in Dojo, email, or text message. If you have any questions, please let me know.